Manipulation is a word we hear a lot, but it can be hard to know what it really means in everyday life. A manipulator is someone who tries to control other people in a sneaky and unfair way. They do not use physical force. They do not grab you or push you. Instead, they use something much harder to see. They use words, emotions, and clever tricks to get what they want. The damage they cause is not on the outside, it is on the inside. It is in your mind and in your heart. In this video, we will talk about some of the most common things that manipulators do. If you see these behaviors in someone in your life, it is a very strong sign that you are dealing with a manipulator. I am Dr. Eleanor Whitmore. As a psychologist, I have spent more than 30 years studying how people interact with each other. I have seen the damage that manipulation can do to a person, and I am here to help you see the signs more clearly so you can protect yourself. A manipulator can be anyone. They can be a friend, a family member, a co-worker, a boss, or a romantic partner. They come in all shapes and sizes. They are often very good at what they do, which is what makes them so dangerous. You might not even realize you are being manipulated. You might just feel confused, guilty, tired, or bad about yourself without knowing why. You might think that you are the problem. That is exactly what the manipulator wants you to think. They want to have power over you. They want to control your decisions, your feelings, and even your thoughts. The first and most important step to taking your power back is recognizing their tactics for what they are. One of the most common things a manipulator does is make you feel guilty. Guilt is one of the most powerful emotions a human being can feel, and a manipulator knows this very well. They will twist situations around to make it seem like you are the one who has done something wrong, even when you have done nothing wrong at all. For example, if you say no to something they want, they will not just accept your answer and move on like a normal, healthy person would. Instead, they will say something like, "I can't believe you won't do this for me after everything I have done for you." This sentence is designed to do one thing: make you feel like you are a bad, selfish, and ungrateful person. They are trying to make you feel so guilty that you change your mind and give in to what they want. And it works. It works because you are a good person who does not want to hurt anyone. They are using your goodness against you. Another way they use guilt is by playing the victim. They will act like they are always being treated unfairly by the world and that you are one of the people who is hurting them. They might let out a big sigh and say, "It's okay, I'm used to people letting me down. I guess I just expect too much from people." This is a trick. They are not really sad. They are trying to get you to feel sorry for them so that you will do what they want. They want you to think, "Oh no, I don't want to be another person who lets them down. I should just do what they are asking." If you find yourself constantly feeling guilty around a certain person, if you always feel like you are walking on eggshells trying not to upset them, that is a big red flag. A healthy relationship is not built on guilt. It is built on respect and understanding. Another thing manipulators do is a trick called gaslighting. This is one of the most sneaky and most dangerous forms of manipulation that exists. Gaslighting is when someone says or does things to make you doubt your own memory, your own feelings, and your own mind. They will deny that they said something, even if you remember it clearly. You might say, "You told me you would be home by 6, and they will look you right in the eye and say, "I never said that. You are making things up again." They will tell you that you are too sensitive or overreacting when you get upset about something hurtful they did. They say these things with so much confidence and so much certainty that you start to question yourself. You start to think, maybe I am too sensitive, maybe I did remember it wrong, maybe there is something wrong with me. Over time, gaslighting can completely destroy your self-confidence, and you stop trusting your own feelings. You stop trusting your own memory. You stop trusting your own perception of what is real and what is not. You become dependent on the manipulator to tell you what is true. And that is exactly the point. That is the whole goal of gaslighting. It is to make you so unsure of yourself that you need them to tell you what reality is. This gives them a huge amount of power over you. If you are often confused about what really happened in a conversation, if you feel like you are losing your mind, or if you constantly second-guess yourself around a certain person, you might be a victim of gaslighting. Trust your gut. If something feels wrong, it probably is. One helpful thing you can do is to start writing things down. Keep a small notebook or use your phone to write down what was said and what happened. That way, when the manipulator tries to tell you that something did not happen, you can look at your own notes and know the truth. This simple habit can be a lifeline when you are dealing with someone who is constantly trying to rewrite reality. Manipulators are also experts at giving backhanded compliments. A backhanded compliment is a statement that sounds like a compliment on the surface, but it has a hidden insult buried inside it. For example, they might say, "You look so good today. It's amazing what a little makeup can do." The first part sounds nice, but the second part is a put down. It is saying that you do not look good without makeup. Another example is, "I'm so proud of you for getting that job. I honestly didn't think you had it in you." They are pretending to be proud of you, but they are also telling you that they see you as someone who is not very smart or capable. The purpose of a backhanded compliment is to chip away at your self-esteem, or it is a way for them to put you down and make you feel small, while pretending to be nice and supportive. If you get upset about it, they will often say, "I was just joking. Can't you take a joke? You are so sensitive." This is another layer of manipulation. Now they are making you feel like you are the one with the problem for being hurt by their words. If someone's compliments often leave you feeling bad about yourself instead of good, that is a clear sign that they are not really complimenting you. They are manipulating you. Another very common tactic is to isolate you from your friends and family. A manipulator wants to be the most important person in your life. In fact, they want to be the only important person in your life. They do not want you to have a strong support system because your friends and family might notice the manipulation and warn you about it. They might say, "Hey, that person is not treating you right." The manipulator does not want that. So they will slowly and carefully try to cut you off from the people who care about you. They will do this in a very sneaky way. They will almost never say, "You are not allowed to see your friends." That would be too obvious. Instead, they will plant seeds of doubt. They will say things like, "I just don't think your friend Sarah is a good influence on you. She seems kind of selfish." Or, "Your family is always trying to control your life. You should spend less time with them." They will also create drama every time you want to spend time with someone else. They might start a big fight right before you are supposed to go out with your friends. They might suddenly get sick and need you to stay home and take care of them. They might act sad and lonely and make you feel guilty for leaving them alone. Over time, it just becomes easier to stay home with the manipulator than to deal with all the drama and guilt that comes with trying to see your friends and family. This is exactly what they want. Once you are isolated, once you have no one else to talk to, you are much easier to control. You have no one to give you a reality check. You have no one to tell you that what is happening to you is not normal. Manipulators also use something called the silent treatment. This is when they get angry or upset, but instead of talking about it like a healthy adult, they just stop talking to you completely. They will ignore you, refuse to answer your questions, walk out of the room when you walk in, and act as if you do not exist. This can go on for hours, days, or even weeks. This is not the same as someone needing a little time to cool down after a fight. The silent treatment is a deliberate form of punishment. They are using their silence to make you feel anxious, scared, and desperate for their attention and approval. You might find yourself begging them to talk to you, apologizing for things you did not even do, just to make the painful silence stop. This gives them a huge sense of power. They are teaching you a very clear lesson. If you displease them, you will be punished. And the punishment is the withdrawal of their love and attention. A healthy person will talk about their feelings, even when they are angry. They might need a few minutes to calm down, but they will come back and have a conversation. A manipulator uses silence as a weapon to control your behavior. Another sign of a manipulator is that they are always the victim. In every single story they tell, they are never the one to blame. It is always someone else's fault. Their boss was unfair and out to get them. Their ex was crazy and abusive. Their friends were ungrateful and used them. Their parents never understood them. They have a long, long list of people who have wronged them. They tell you these stories to get your sympathy and to make you see them as a good, kind person who just has terrible luck with the people in their life. But if you listen closely, you will start to notice a pattern. If every single person in their past has been a problem, if every single relationship has ended badly, and it was never, ever their fault, it is very likely that they are the real problem. A person who takes responsibility for their own life will admit when they have made mistakes. A manipulator will always find someone else to blame. This victim act is also a way to test you. They want to see if you will automatically take their side without questioning anything. If you do, they know that you are someone they can easily manipulate. Finally, a manipulator will often rush the relationship. Whether it is a friendship or a romance, they will move very, very fast. They will tell you that you are their soulmate, their best friend, or the most amazing person they have ever met after only knowing you for a very short time. They will shower you with attention, compliments, gifts, and affection. This is called love bombing. It feels absolutely wonderful at first. You feel so special, so valued, and so loved. It is like a dream come true. But it is a trick. It is a carefully designed trap. They are trying to get you emotionally hooked on them as quickly as possible before you have a chance to see their true colours. They are creating a very strong emotional bond so that it will be much harder for you to leave later when the bad behaviour starts. And it will start. A real, healthy relationship builds slowly over time. It is based on mutual trust, shared experiences, and getting to know each other gradually. If a relationship feels like it is moving at the speed of light, if it feels too good to be true, like a fairy tale, that is a warning sign. The manipulator is creating a beautiful dream to trap you in, and when you wake up, you will find yourself stuck in a nightmare. I want to leave you with a few practical things you can do if you recognize these signs in someone in your life. First, start paying attention to how you feel after spending time with this person. Do you feel happy, safe, and valued? Or do you feel drained, confused, guilty, and bad about yourself? Your feelings are the most honest and reliable guide you have. Second, start keeping a journal. Write down what happened, what was said, and how it made you feel. This is very important, especially if the person is gaslighting you. When you have a written record, it is much harder for them to make you doubt your own memory. Third, reconnect with the people in your life who truly care about you. If the manipulator has been isolating you from your friends and family, reach out to them. Tell them what is going on. You will be surprised by how much support is out there for you. And fourth, do not be afraid to ask for professional help. A good therapist can help you see the patterns more clearly and can give you the tools and the strength to break free. If you see these behaviours in someone in your life, it is important to understand that you are being manipulated. It is not your fault. You are not stupid or weak. Manipulators are very, very good at what they do. They have been doing it their whole lives. But once you see the tricks, once you understand the game they are playing, those tricks lose their power over you. You can start to set boundaries. You can refuse to feel guilty for saying no. You can trust your own memory and your own feelings. And you can choose to spend your time and your energy with people who respect you and treat you fairly. You deserve to be in relationships that are honest, real, and safe. Thank you for listening.